Hit that theme music, Dane. We're on episode 77 of the pod.
So my question to you,
Samuel, yes, that is me.
is the same question that one of my coworkers ask all of us every day.
Will you marry me?
No, he's already married.
Then what does he ask?
What'd you have for dinner?
What did I have for dinner?
Yeah.
I had beef stroganoff and a leftover rib and some dessert pizza, some milk, some spicy ketchup with chips, and now I'm drinking coffee for dessert.
You didn't make any of that.
I did not, because I have a loving mom who has leftovers and lets me eat them at times. So what did you have for dinner, Dane?
12 tacos.
From Taco Bell?
No, I made them.
Oh,
I made white mom tacos.
I'm so happy for you.
It's because they come in a sleeve of 12, and I'm not going to save 4 tacos that are going to get stale.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about America. You can just have 12 tacos for no reason whatsoever. Just like listening to this podcast, there's no reason whatsoever to do it, but you are here today, and we're grateful for you. And Dane just opened a Mountain Dew Baja Blast because he does not care about his health, which was already seen with the 12 tacos. So yeah, this is episode 77 of the Until Next Week podcast.
We're unhinged.
That was a better intro than usual, Dane.
I gotta lick myself.
So we're on the road to 105-star reviews.
I got Mountain Dew on my hand. Oh no!
If you didn't want to leave a review before, Dane talking about licking himself, I hope that will be enough.
Hey, whoever doesn't like it doesn't get it.
We're halfway there on Spotify. We're getting there slowly on Apple. And I think we have 92 Spotify followers as well. So let's get that up to 100. If you haven't subscribed on Spotify, do that.
How many do we have?
92.
Dude, come on.
I know, we're right there. Like, just do it, you know?
There's got to
like
be
Shia LaBeouf said, just do it.
Yeah, he said it first.
He did. I'm really proud of Shia LaBeouf. Did you ever watch Even Stevens back in the day?
It's like, I think so, but it's like I don't remember anything from it.
Do you remember what year we went to the moon?
1969.
Do you know how
Allegedly.
Do you know how I remember that?
Because of the 1900s?
From Even Stevens. His sister, I think Ren, something like that, in the show. She had to do a project in one of the episodes, and it was about the moon, and all she did was just sing, "We went to the moon
Allegedly.
in 1969. Allegedly. Yeah, that part's it's hidden in the back, but that's how I know it so well.
Yeah.
She failed that project because that's all she did.
Whoa.
She just sang that same line over and over and over again.
She kept singing that made up thing that the government wants us to think happened.
I think that's why she failed. They're like, no, you can't prove that at all.
If you want to know more about it, ask Jake Trust and Art.
Jake Trust and Art, yeah, shout out, one of the sponsors of the pod. We'll get into that later in the episode. But I think before that, we got some updates from the week. Something super exciting happened this week.
I need to come to your work and try this out.
You really do. We got this new water machine, which again, this sounds dumb, but I am using.
But you're dumb.
This water machine can do heavy sparkling water, light sparkling water, cold water, ambient water, I believe, which I just means I think lukewarm and just not tasty, and also hot water. But then besides that, they also have where you can select 3 different flavors from like these different fruit choices they have. You can mix them together or keep them separate. They got like lemon. They got some like dark cherry,
cucumber,
some like blueberry pomegranate. Yeah, why cucumber?
Cucumber's delicious.
Why would you want to drink that? That doesn't sound refreshing.
I would love some
You eat a cucumber,
water.
you don't drink cucumbers.
Well, cucumber's mostly water anyways, like watermelon.
Okay, that was actually the sound I made whenever I took my first sip. So it was nice. But the coolest part of the machine was they also had where you could add caffeine to your water.
That is cool.
Which was amazing because I have like this 32-ounce tumbler. So each day I walk into work and put 200 milligrams of caffeine mixed in with my water. And then they also have where you can have like electrolytes or like this whole vitamin blast. So I do a little bit of a mixture of like all 3, and it's nice. I think I'm drinking less coffee now. I think overall my caffeine consumption is actually down by using that.
Is it?
And then I'm also more hydrated. Well, because otherwise caffeine with like coffee, I feel like I get on more of like a spike and then I drop off a lot. So then I need a lot to get me back to spiking. But with this water, it stays like more consistent throughout the day because I don't have to drink it really fast. So it's hot at the time and I can just spread it out better, you know?
Fun fact.
That was everything I just said was a fun fact, Dane.
Fun fact.
Okay, what's your fun fact?
I was tasked with going through my entire warehouse at this alleged vending machine company and charting all of the milligrams of caffeine in each energy drink.
Wouldn't that already be in like a template you have?
No, I had to make the template.
Why didn't you have this before?
Because I almost said some choice words there.
Yeah.
There was a lack of planning. And
okay.
This alleged company,
alleged company
has been in business for decades.
Yeah, you work for Geico. You're an insurance agent.
Geico Insurance.
Yeah, for insurance, like health needs. Yeah, I don't know if they do health insurance with Geico.
Of caffeine specifically.
And they need to make sure that you wouldn't get too much caffeine to spike your levels while driving, because then you might hit a gecko.
Right. What? Yeah.
Because the Geico gecko.
You hit a gecko, yeah.
Mm-hmm, you hit a gecko.
I saw a gecko on my run today. Or a lizard.
Or did the gecko see you?
Yes.
I did stop by and I looked at your setup and did not buy anything. But it looked nice. It looked nice.
Yeah, I set that up for you.
I thought about you when I stood in there and just kind of sniffed in the air. I'm like, Dane was here.
Smell that? That's the pheromones.
Yeah. It was also by the bathroom, so there is that.
That's true. So 200 milligrams of caffeine. You want to know what that's equivalent to?
Like a very strong cup of coffee at Starbucks.
One Bang energy drink.
Bang. Dang. Bang.
Yeah.
Dane?
It's also, it's not Red Bull. Red Bull's over that.
I think Red Bull's below that. I don't think it's over 200.
I think it's over.
I think it's like 150. Celsius is, I think, around 150 to 200. A lot of them are at like the 200 range.
Yeah, a lot of them are right at 200, but I think Red Bull's over.
Okay.
Because Red Bull got outlawed from this place, allegedly, that we have an account at, but other energy drinks that were 200 or below were allowed.
Which is wild.
Maybe I got it backwards.
Yeah?
Bang was the only one not allowed because it was 300 milligrams.
That's what, Bang's very high. I think the other ones are under 200.
I had it backwards.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I am the expert in Dane's company.
I don't know about
that. So that's pretty cool. Besides this water machine, I did have some other decent.
Tell me more about this water machine. I need to know. It sounds really good right now.
I stay hydrated, you know. I played volleyball last night with a future potential podcast host, allegedly. Do you know who that is? Matt.
Oh, you play with her?
Yeah, she was there.
Dude.
Because we did like a K-Life groups, and everybody who went to the school that I do this K-Life group with, they also brought their small groups along, and she was there with her girl group.
Unbelievable.
She's not broken anymore.
Really?
I mean, at least physically. I don't know how she's doing emotionally. We didn't really get down on that. But
Dang it.
It was nice playing against her in volleyball.
Sorry, that was an obnoxious laugh.
We all played together. We switched around teams. So I did lose a few games here and there, and she won on with her team as well. But there was like 3 different small groups, about give or take 14 people in all there. And guess how many of them were from my small group?
2.
11.
11.
We were carrying that volleyball. 3 different groups, 3 different leaders, 14 different people. I think 14. That's what I said.
What night was this?
14. It was last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
What was last night? Friday?
Yeah.
You should have called me in.
But you weren't a part. I mean, I did think about that briefly.
Yeah.
But it was all of us. And actually, I said that wrong. 9 of my guys were there. Oh, okay. 9 of the 14 were my guys.
That's
and
a
then
little less, yeah.
She had 3 total, including herself. And then Bobby had one of his guys.
Oh, Bobby, yeah.
Yeah. But I realized once again that I am only chosen in volleyball because I'm tall.
Yep.
My technique is not there. Yeah. There was a few times where like that was like a carry or what is it?
A lift.
So I did change it because I didn't know if I just move my hands the other way, it's okay.
Yeah, you go like
for the
that.
most part. Yeah. So I did fix that eventually. But it was pretty fun overall. We played for like 3 hours, and then again it was sand volleyball, so I was getting a sweat going. Like each time I fell down, people were like, "It's all sticking to you." I'm like, "Yeah, I got hyperhidrosis." And then I'm pretty sure. I know it was somebody. I think it was Maddie. I think she was like, "Oh, just like a made up thing
in the
again."
Sand?
What? Oh, stop. But yeah, I looked like you've seen SpongeBob, obviously.
Yeah.
I really was sandy cheeks. And sandy arms and sandy legs and sandy face. Sand in my eye for a bit. That stunk.
That does stink.
Exfoliated it though.
That's true.
But overall, it was a pretty good time playing volleyball, even though my team did lose quite a bit, and I take part of the blame. Only part of the blame because it's really the rest of my team letting me down over it and over and over again.
You know I'm fantastic at volleyball.
Also, for any of my small group guys, you did great.
No, you didn't.
I know some of y'all listen. Andrew Bartels was there. Doblar, who made our amazing intro tune to this podcast, and also technically our outro music as well.
So true.
And yeah, it was just a lot of my guys were there. It was really solid, really fun. Enjoyed that. And then today, because I didn't get enough exercise playing volleyball, I went to Silver Dollar City.
Is that exercise?
I walked like over 4 miles, I believe, at this theme park in Branson, Missouri.
Did you Strava it?
I didn't, because I didn't want my phone to die as I walked around for several hours.
So you get a watch.
Yeah. I could do that eventually. I do not have a smartwatch at the moment. All it does is tell time, but also the clasp that clicks it together is broken, so I can't wear it. Yeah, it's a little disappointing, but went there. It's a Silver Dollar City. It's a theme park in Branson, Missouri. It's been rated the #1 theme park in the U.S., so down with you, Disney. And
you suck. Come to hillbilly country.
Basically, I think they have like the tagline, "You have a great past ahead of you," which is brilliant because that means they don't have to continually go with the trends, because no matter what, if they're always looking to the past, it's like what it
you
doesn't
can
matter.
Still be racist.
Don't think that's in their tagline.
Oh, okay.
That might have been an old tagline before they got politically correct. But
right.
Yeah, for any of you that don't know, Silver Dollar City, again, is like an 1800s style theme park. They have like several roller coasters and have cool festivals and good food and everything else.
And it's wooden and rickety and hurts my back.
Yeah, I will get into that a little bit. Actually, I'm going to get into this part of my Grinds My Gears right now. We'll go back. Motion sickness is the worst. Like, why? Why can I not just enjoy a ride and not feel dizzy and like my brain's still moving around and like I'm just going to die at any second? Because that is what Silver Dollar City does to me nowadays. I even took I don't know why I want to say mitochondria, but the Dramamine.
No, it's mitochondria.
Yeah, mitochondria. I took a mitochondria before I went to the theme park, and I thought I would be fine. And then literally the first roller coaster right after, I'm like, I got to walk around for a bit. This is disappointing.
I think we just stumbled upon a great idea.
Overdose on Dramamine?
No, start an energy drink entitled mitochondria because it's the powerhouse of your body.
This is a good idea. It'll make it 199 milligrams so I can be in that business.
That's so true.
We are ready for it. Clip that. There we go. No,
that's
don't
actually
clip that.
a really good idea.
Yeah, 199. And that way you can be under the standard. And mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. No, the powerhouse of you.
The powerhouse of you. Because you're the star of the show.
You are the cell.
You are the cell breaking out of the body.
But yeah, motion sickness, I really started to notice it like in 2018 when I rode in the passenger seat of a car on a very hilly road. And I'm like, this is just horrible. Why?
You sound like Lindsey Reed right now.
I'm sorry.
She gets motion sick all the time.
I know. I didn't know that. Why did I say that?
Well, she makes it up too.
Okay. Does she make up anything else?
Yes, lots of things, really.
That she's faster than you? Because I don't think that's made up.
She's really, really not fast.
Yeah.
Slow, in fact.
Yeah. But yeah, Silver Dollar City, very solid theme park in Branson, Missouri. If you want to have a good time, go there. If you want to get sick, go there, et cetera, et
You want to know who else I'm faster than?
Jack Holmgren.
Well, yeah, Jack.
Michael Fuller.
Also Michael Fuller.
All the women at Hills. And I'm kidding.
I'm sure there's somebody faster than me.
Who are you faster than?
Maddie
Barron. I haven't brought her up in minutes.
I know. She's slow. I met her mother this week.
Why?
Because we have a Ukrainian boy that comes to our middle school club on Mondays.
Okay.
And then Maddie's family adopted a Ukrainian refugee little boy.
This makes more sense.
Yeah.
I was like, where do these connect?
And one of them
because you're starting to talk about Ukraine. I'm like, doesn't make sense.
Well, one of them they met, hit it off, seemed like a cool time.
Yeah.
But in the process, her mom dropped off little boy Jordan and
Michael.
No.
Okay. Sorry. I just had to clarify. He is 6'6".
Well, this little boy is not. But then I met her mom, and she's like, Maddie didn't break both of her thumbs.
She's been lying to us this whole time.
That's what I said. I was like,
I never saw her with a broken part of her body. And then she shows up to volleyball, allegedly now being cleared.
Yeah, now look at all of this. And
okay, look at all those chickens.
Look at you and your healthy body, Maddie. Don't you? You and your healthy...
She's listening to this right now, just being frustrated, ready to send a text message to us and be like, what in the world, guys? Let me be on the pod
Maddie has
so that way I can defend myself.
Maddie has a lot of white woman rage.
We got to get off this subject.
You're right.
Only other update from the week that was that interesting was we had the pickleball tournament.
Yes, we did.
Myself and Dane. And Dane needs to learn what skill level we are.
No, we're the best.
Because we have played together one time. And then we went to sign up for the tournament. But again, they're like, hey, wait a few minutes and you'll be good. So I was like, okay, I'll run to the restroom. I come back and then Dane's like, hey, I already paid for us. And then I find out a little bit later that they had 2 separate tournaments. They had an intermediate, which would make sense for us because
absolutely not.
We've played together one time and one of us is still trying to learn the complete strategies of pickleball and the other one just doesn't have a tennis background. And then I learned there's an advanced. I'm like, oh, we're probably in the intermediate. And like, no. We were put in the advanced and there were some people who were very advanced. We were not those people.
There was one advanced person.
So it was double elimination, which is good because then we just wouldn't get out right away, assuming we lose. But to be double eliminated, it means you have to lose 2 games. So what was our final record there on that tournament, Dane?
Less than satisfactory.
I think we were 0-2. Is that right? We did not win any games and got eliminated.
4 teams, yes.
I also was pointed out by the Maddie Barron at Volleyball that we have to delete our podcast per Dane.
That's so
when
true.
He said if we don't win, I think if he said if we don't win this tournament, which we didn't even win a game, we have to delete the pod.
I may have also told my work that they could accept my resignation if we didn't win the tournament.
You said a lot. I mean, let's be honest. Dane says 50% of the stuff that Dane says each week is made up.
Not true.
He does not have cancer. So that might be real. I don't know yet. I haven't checked.
I hope it's not real. However, do you remember what I say whenever we play volleyball every time?
You brought this up like 2 weeks ago on the pod.
Oh, yeah.
And it was you have to enlist in the army, whoever loses.
Well, enlist in the military of some sorts. You can choose the branch.
Okay, that's actually pretty reasonable then. I'm glad you give them a choice.
If you lose, you have to enlist, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
What if you play multiple games and you lose some and win some?
Well, then we have to enlist twice.
Dang. So there's just no benefit of winning other than not enlisting.
Fortunately for someone like myself, I'm not allowed in the military.
Shout out. That's why you make these made up rules.
Yeah, it is.
Because it does not affect you whatsoever. But yeah,
all of my diseases.
We played pickleball.
Yes.
The first game we might have lost by like 7, but in our defense, we played to 15 instead of 11. So it was a more reasonable score.
It was 15-8. Yeah.
Yeah. So 7, I just said,
but it was worse than 15-7.
Yeah.
There was just a string where we got 5 points in a row or something like that.
We started out great. We were up 1-0, I believe. And then we went downhill pretty fast.
All of a sudden it's 11-1.
Yeah. And then what's the worst part of a pickleball tournament, besides being eliminated early, is you have to wait around so long because there are 2 courts and 8 teams. That does not mean you can play every time. So we just had to wait around and think about our loss and think about how we can maybe win a future game. And then Dane has to listen to me say, hey, why are we in the advanced and not the intermediate? We could have won money in the intermediate, but it's okay. But then Dane's like, hey, we're good enough for advanced. We'll do this every single week until we win the money.
Absolutely.
It costs money to enter the tournament. We will be out a lot of money unless we get very lucky, because also
not a lot of
the
money.
Owner was like, yeah, all our regulars aren't here this week.
He did say that. Yeah.
Because they were all playing in a tournament.
Allegedly.
Because they are good.
We don't know that.
We are okay.
No.
We have a lot of potential.
We're way better
if we get on the same track. But you're over here playing tennis. I'm trying to play pickleball, but you have the higher skills, but you need to combine those with the pickleball skills.
I don't want your pickleball skills. However, now it's time for my version of this story.
Okay. That was my pickleball. Here's Dane's pickleball.
So we both show up. Samuel goes,
No. I showed up. Dane, you left something on the court. I'm kidding. I didn't play that great. I didn't play that well.
Take it.
Like you showed up, yeah.
So we both show up.
To the tournament
physically
of pickleball.
We both physically show up. And Samuel immediately goes, I have to go to the bathroom. So he goes to the bathroom.
Feel like I said this?
And then, no, you didn't. And then while we're signing up, they go, okay.
Please rewind about 3 minutes and listen to me say,
do it.
I went to the restroom while Dane signed up for the tournament. Okay, back to you, Dane.
So Samuel goes to the restroom. I'm signing us up for the tournament. The guy goes, hey, do you know if you want to be in the intermediate or the advanced bracket? And I said, I don't know. And he said,
he should have immediately said, he should have said to you, if you don't know, intermediate.
We would have wiped the floor with the intermediate.
And we would have won money.
We would have beaten in the championship people 15-1.
And we would have won money.
We would have been in the wrong bracket.
And we would have won money.
We're not here just for the money.
We're here for money. Glory. We went 0-2. What glory did we have?
We could have won the second one.
But did we?
We lost 17-15 in overtime in the second one, which means we belonged in that bracket.
Or they felt bad for us.
No. It was the owners of the whole pickleball courts.
And they owned us.
So, no, they didn't.
No, it was close.
So,
but we still
I
lost.
say, I don't know. And then he goes, okay, well, the payment's $20. Well, have you guys played before? And I said, yeah, we played at Meadow Park last week. We went 12-1 at Meadow Park. And someone said to us, yeah, I think you guys are about a 3.5 dupe score. And I said, I don't know what that means. And he goes, oh, yeah, you guys are advanced then. And I'm like, okay. And he puts us in the advanced category. That's how we got in the advanced category.
We had a conversation with him later in the night, and we're like, what do you think would be rated? And he's like, probably a 3.0, maybe a chance at 3.5.
Yeah.
So,
and then we said, do you think we should have played in the intermediate one? He said, no. Advanced for sure.
But again, there was another decent team in the intermediate that we could have flip-flopped with. We were probably better than them. But at the same time, I wanted the money.
I think we would have beaten that team that you're talking about 15-1.
I think it would have been closer than you thought, but we still would have won.
Their best player would not have touched the ball. I would have hit it at the other dude the entire night.
Okay.
Which is the strategy. However, this is time for the video.
Oh, you want to play video right now?
Yeah, this is how we feel to you fans after letting you down.
Okay, are you ready for this? And here we almost got, wait for it.
We were hoping for an undefeated season. That was my goal.
Here we go.
I'm sorry. Extremely sorry. We were hoping for an undefeated season. That was my goal. Something the floor has never done here. But I promise you one thing. A lot of good will come out of this. You have never seen any player in the entire country play as hard as I will play the rest of the season. And you never see someone push the rest of the team as hard as I will push everybody the rest of the season. And you never see a team play harder than we will the rest of the season. God bless.
That's our feelings after losing this pickleball tournament.
Tim Tebow would have beat us in pickleball.
Well, that's because he's like...
He has the Lord on his side.
The most perfect, imperfect human.
He really is.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Everybody
so
wishes they could be Tim Tebow.
He's the best bad person we've ever seen.
Well,
whenever Stephen A. Smith is like, that's a bad man, he actually means it about Tim Tebow. But at the same time, he's a good bad man.
Yeah.
But he's a good bad man.
Yeah. And so Tim Tebow in that video is apologizing after losing one game at the University of Florida because they were supposed to go undefeated.
We lost 2 games.
And we were supposed to do the same. We let you fans down, and we promise that we will work harder than anybody else in the country until we are on top.
Or until all the good guys are at a different tournament again. So we have a chance.
Guess what? 2 weeks from now, advanced tournament. See you there.
I'll be out of town.
Too bad. I'll find somebody else.
Who?
Maddie, do you want to play pickleball with me?
She will be back at camp.
What?
Yeah, it's kind of sad for you.
That's all right. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'll play it by myself.
You could go to Better and get some reps in.
No.
That could be important.
No.
Okay, what else did you do this week, Dane?
Oh, yeah.
Focus.
So I apologize to the fans. And then Dane uses steamer. Oh, yeah.
Stanley?
No. So I bought a steamer many moons ago.
I figured that was probably where this was going.
Yeah. And then I hadn't gotten it out of the box because I was like, I don't want to use this till after I move and all this stuff like that.
Can I make a guess at what happens next?
No. And so I got it out today and started using it. Super easy to use. And I started steaming things. And I got so many wrinkles out of the shirt I'm wearing right now. It's still a little wrinkled. But I was just mesmerized by this thing. I was like, wow, this is so easy. It heated up so fast. And somebody's been gatekeeping this information is what I'm saying.
So you're saying for your clip of Dane uses a steamer, it was you using a steamer.
Yeah.
Let's go. Water machines and steamers coming at you. Those are what you listen in for.
Hey, all of them had water.
Also, steamers are solid. Like I got a good one like a few years ago. Because before I would always like try to iron, and that's bad because at times I think I'd burn my shirts. And it also takes so much longer to iron.
And you need an ironing board?
Yeah, it's so annoying. But then steamers, it's just so much better. It's so clean.
Fill up the water and you go.
And I also like using them on t-shirts more.
Yeah.
Because again, I feel like with an iron, you're more likely to mess up the clothing.
So true.
You don't do that with the steamer. But the only thing with the steamer is you're supposed to use distilled water.
Whatever.
Because if you don't, it gets like a weird buildup.
Yeah.
And you don't want that. So probably get some distilled water and use that going forward.
No.
You should.
All right.
Okay. What else happened to you this week, Dane?
Well, so this actually happened 2 weeks ago, but I forgot to mention it last week on the pod.
Okay, we can't talk about it then.
So what happened was, so me and my team at this alleged place that I work at, Chuck E. Cheese, we have this thing, we're all merchandisers, right? And so we came up with this award called the Merchandiser of the Month. And
MOTM. You should abbreviate it and just be mom.
Yeah, it should be mom.
The mom of the month.
The mom of the month. This week's mom is, or this month's mom is. So we have this award called Merchandiser of the Month. It's totally made up. And one of my coworkers says that he gets a random email from, quote, the committee.
Oh.
And he goes, they take votes and then they just send me a random email. And 30 seconds after it gets sent to me, it deletes itself. It explodes virtually. And so because people were like, who's this committee? Who's voting on this? And then, so then I told him how I may or may not be exiting. And
that we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. And then I was like, so you need to rig the Merchandiser of the Month for me, man.
Yeah.
And then what we do is we print out a laminated photo of ourselves and we hang it on the wall. And it says Merchandiser of the Month, June, whatever it is. And so for May, he goes, I don't know who's going to win. And so the meeting, we were going to have a Monday meeting, which was going to be the first day in June. And he goes, dude, I could totally announce who won Merchandiser of the Month in the meeting. Like, this is all the higher ups in our building. And I was like, you should do that. And so we have the meeting at 9. I get there at 7:30. Should I work until 9? Absolutely not. I'm writing an acceptance speech.
Of course. What else would you do in this scenario?
I know.
Work? No one comes to Chuck E. Cheese's that early.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody's at Chuck E. Cheese at 7:30. But also, personality hires are the reason the world spins still.
Yep,
so
we've discussed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I write this speech, and then we get to the meeting, and then he goes, or we always start out the meeting with, does anybody have any good news? And so we're like, anybody? And he goes, actually, I have something. He stands up with a folder. And so he goes, in this folder, I have the Merchandiser of the Month.
Yep.
And I was like, whoa. And then he goes, and it is, that's right, Dane Biesmeyer. And I go, yes. And I stand up and I point at the other merchandisers. I go, you suck. We're in a huge meeting.
I love how you build up the confidence of others. You're such a good team player.
I know. And we're like teams chatting with people in Tulsa, our headquarters. And so they're online too.
And they're like, who is this guy? He's Merchandiser of the Month.
Yeah, you can't fire me. I'm the Merchandiser of the Month.
He's our best employee.
Yeah.
Everybody needs personality who just loves to talk down on everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They know what it is. They tell me I suck all the time. And then, so I tell everybody they suck. And then I go, actually, I have something prepared. And I flip over my notes I said, I have a speech. And I was like, I'm just a boy who had a dream and a chance, and he took it and he ran with it. And I ran all the way to Merchandiser of the Month. Yeah. And I gave hope to all the little boys and all the little girls who wants to grow up to be a merchandiser, because I want to be just like you someday. And I
Chuck E. Cheese signing off.
I quoted Kevin Durant in his speech.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, John, he's my boss.
Yeah.
When you made me work those late nights and doing all these par analysis and all the product swaps, all the pricing, like you're the real MVP, man. Everybody's
like, Dan, could you please sit down?
No, then I sat down and Devin Noon goes, what just happened? And I was like, all right, we can go into the meeting.
Do people usually not have a speech prepared?
No one has ever had a speech prepared.
That makes sense. Okay, I feel like next month they're going to be like, we are going to discontinue this award because it took so much time out of our meeting.
I can't tell you how many things I've gotten discontinued at my work.
Yeah.
Walks, pranks. Well,
eating.
Roofs here pretty soon.
Carpets, buildings.
Open containers in the warehouse.
Forts.
Yeah. driving without your drive well, going to lunch on the clock.
Yeah, so many things. I'm disappointed they made all those things illegal.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah,
wearing blue jeans.
Yeah. Okay. Well, any other updates, or do you want to keep moving?
On Wednesday, I'm supposed to get my port taken out.
Supposed.
Yeah, I say supposed to because I've learned.
I can pull it out right now if you want.
No, you're the second person to offer that to me, though.
Just saying, could save you some money.
No, you would kill me.
Allegedly.
No, Lindsay said she's free.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you want me to call her?
Nice. We're almost. Do we? No. Not yet.
All right. Let's go into grinds or gears.
We're almost there. No, let's go into our podcast sponsor, Joshua SCHMITZ of the MANWAGON podcast.
I love Joshua.
He has been blowing up just in general lately. I mean, his podcast is going to the moon, but he's also been blowing up our podcast, and we'll get into that later in this episode. But Joshua SCHMITZ, solid dude, solid podcast. If you enjoy this podcast, you'll enjoy his podcast called the MANWAGON Podcast. Occasionally, if they have a video episode, you'll hear a familiar voice at the beginning. That familiar voice might or might not be me. It is definitely not Dane. So if you enjoy me and you enjoy this pod, listen to the MANWAGON Podcast with Joshua SCHMITZ. You will not regret it.
And that other guy.
Yeah, Vaughn.
Yeah,
Vaughn. Okay. Some quick grinds my gears, and then we'll get into a quick call. Dane, you have some grinding of gears?
Yeah. Insurance.
Is that it?
No. So you guys know how I'm trying to go into ministry, right?
Yeah.
And so here I was thinking I could put my 2 weeks in at Chuck E. Cheese this past Wednesday. And Tuesday night, I text my dad and I go, Dad, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's the day I tell him to shove it. And he goes, well, is your insurance at your new place at your church going to start immediately? I said, I don't know. And he said, well, does it cover pre-existing illnesses? And I said, I don't know. And he goes, well, you got plenty of both.
And his grinds my gear this week was not telling my son Dane to look into this stuff earlier.
That's so true. He wrote me like 2 novels about like, maybe this is not what God wants you to do. And I was like, screw that. Not like screw God's plan, but like screw the pessimism here. We're going to figure out a way around this insurance thing. And so I started talking around with people. I didn't put my 2 weeks in on Wednesday because I asked my new HR lady at the church, hey, what can we do about this? Like, am I going to have it immediately? Is it going to cover pre-existing illnesses? She goes, let me reach out to these people. They reach out. They come back with a waiver that I have to fill out with all of my illnesses, all of my treatments I've gotten, and all of my doctors and their phone numbers for all of that.
And you filled it out as none. Nothing's wrong with me, guys.
None. And then I did it on my work computer at my current job. So if they find that,
Dane, you got to think some of this stuff through.
No, I thought it through.
Slightly more.
No, I thought it through. I had to get it done ASAP. She said, send this back to me ASAP. And so unless I want to fill it out on my phone, which would have been next to impossible, I was like, well, I'm going to email this to myself, type it all out. And then they're going to be like, Dane, what is this? I'm going to say, it's for insurance. They asked me to fill it out. And it is for insurance. And so, also, whatever. And also, I've emailed other stuff to myself and printed it off. And they've never said anything to me about it or anyone else about it.
Yeah.
We hang up photos of ourselves saying merchandise of the month.
Yeah, they don't care, Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese doesn't care. But so then we send it off to this insurance company, and they said they're going to get back to us in like a week or so. And I'm like, okay, do I quit or do I not quit?
My hands raised. I would not quit at this very moment.
Let's quit.
Until you get an answer.
We should totally quit.
Nope.
Quitting is always the answer.
Nope. Okay.
So then today, this is where coincidences for pagans. I went on my 10-mile run and then went to a coffee shop to get a breakfast burrito and a lemonade. And then who should I run into there but the HR lady at Hill City?
And she said,
she goes, hey, Dane. I was like, hello, child. She had her child. And then I was like, yeah, so is this like insurance thing going to come through? She goes, well, I've never known this insurance company to not work with us on whatever somebody's got going on. And I was like, okay. I was like, I still assume you've never had somebody like have cancer and also be working there.
Yeah.
And I didn't ask her that, but that's what I was thinking. And she goes, even if they don't like work with us on it, maybe they'll make you pay a little bit higher rate. We'll let you support, raise more money, and then we'll figure this out somehow. And I'm like, okay, that's a good confidence booster. And she goes, even if like this doesn't work out, like there's this thing called Cobra you could do for a little while until we figure it out again. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so there's options. And so then I'm like, also I can meet with other people, like, you know, more about insurance stuff. And so I'm like, I am thinking this is going to get done. I mean, I'm hoping it's just God like prodding me, being like, hey, like it's a gentle.
It's like, hey, next time think about stuff a little bit more. We're going to teach you a lesson here, but everything's going to be okay.
No. Because also they didn't think of it either.
Blame everybody else.
I didn't say
always
it was
blame
their fault.
Others.
It's all of our fault.
In volleyball, it was everybody else's fault. In pickleball, it was your fault. And not going to go down that route.
Dang it.
It was Bush's fault. Sorry. What was that, Dane?
And so driving tips. Honestly, 90% of your own accidents can be avoided by just paying attention and like slowing down.
Well, how's this to grind your gears?
Because people always be getting in accidents because they're like, they came out of nowhere. No, you were on your phone queuing up the next song. Here's something you should do. Queue up 7 songs like on your way to somewhere. Figure out.
Why not 70 times 7?
Such a good point. That's a Bible verse. And so then we didn't do that. But also, wiffle ball struggles.
Yeah. So other than Dane's grinds his gears struggles, except for everything else, I also have my wiffle ball struggles. Yes, our downtown wiffle ball league started this past week. And yes, I am the ace pitcher of this entire league. And yes, we as you can see by the title, Wiffle Ball Struggles, it did not end well. We played this other team who has never been in the league before. I saw them warming up, and there was one guy who was sending some bombs. I'm like, okay, he's pretty good. And I think I got like 1 or 2 outs. There's a guy on first in the first inning, and then I threw a ball to this guy. He hit it a mile. I'm like, okay, not too much damage. We're down like 2-0. Then none of us do anything in the first inning. And then the second inning, I believe they scored 1 more run, and still not that big of a deal. It's like a 5-inning game. We're down like 3-0. We did not score any runs, I believe, in the second. And then the third came around, and we started to struggle a little bit. It was getting harder for me to throw strikes, but it's okay because this guy, he pops up a ball to the outfield, and the guy drops it. I'm like, if I'm struggling, you can't also struggle and drop it easy out, because that just made everything go downhill way too quickly. Later on, there was another error made. The other team ended up scoring like 5 or 6 runs that inning. They scored some more, I believe, that next inning. And long story short, I believe the final score was like 11-3. It was not good. Last year, we were undefeated until, I believe, the last game of the season, or like last 1 or 2 games, and then the playoffs. This year, we got blown out in the first game. And as you said earlier, you should blame everything on others. That is what I'm doing here. It is not my fault for not throwing strikes at all times. It is my team's fault for not catching the easy outs, for making the easy plays when they should to help us get out of those innings, because that hurt. My unearned runs were through the roof, and my earned runs were much lower. So that is all. I'll have more wiffle ball updates for you next week. I hope it goes better. It will go better. I will be better. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was a rough week in the sports world for us.
Yeah. Cardinals are doing better, but we don't need to get into that right now. I said they're doing better.
They are doing
You said something about maybe calling a fellow redhead?
No, I would never do something like that.
Okay. Do you want to talk to a very fast athlete?
No, because I don't have any of those.
Put the bets up to your mic.
I don't have any of those on my phone.
Put this up to your...
I know. I see when
he is calling somebody, but you have to hear her say hello. So you should put it up. You should put it up to the mic.
Oh, they won.
He's calling, and no one's picking up.
Wow,
that was a great segment of calling people who do not pick up. We'll see if they call back later.
They probably won't.
In the meantime,
she said, "I'm free now, but I figure it's too late." And I'm like, so then I call 9 minutes later, and
she's asleep.
Yeah, she's probably asleep.
Lindsey Reed, we tried to call you, and you did not pick up.
That's the last time.
That grinds my gears. That really grinds my gears.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. She better be doing something important.
Yeah. So, because we cannot talk to the Lindsey Reed at this moment, she might call back. We'll see. I have seen this wild phenomena happen as of late, and it is getting responses to so many questions we have left on Spotify. But it's no. It's not only the new episodes. It is old episodes that we released over a year ago. I'm like, why are we getting all these responses out of the blue? And it's because some of you out there, one of those people being Joshua SCHMITZ, one of our real podcast sponsors from the MANWAGON podcast, and others have been listening back to the old episodes, which you guys can do too. Highly recommended, even though they are much different than the episodes today. And they have been leaving response after response after response. And I have not read all of these responses, so I thought it'd be interesting to go into some of these old questions we asked a long time ago to see what was said. And I think we just jump into it.
We have to.
Yeah, okay. So this is going to be all over the place. Going back to Prank Wars, episode 3, all the question was, what did you think of this episode? And here's what was said by Jack Holmgren.
Typical.
Samuel used to do Samuel used to do so many more puns in earlier episodes. Bring them back.
Dang it.
I will think about that, Jack.
It's evolution.
Next one from episode 4, Lion King slander. Again, Jack Holmgren. Bring back question of the Dane. We can maybe do that. We'll see. Episode 5. You can tell they were listening to them in order. Chick-fil-A on command. What topics, questions do you want us to discuss on the podcast? Jack Holmgren put an update on Dane's current operation or mission.
Ooh.
Do you want to do that right now? Do you have a current? I forgot you would do your operations. Do you have a new operation at the moment or not?
So I was going to tell you something before we start recording.
Yeah.
And this is about a past operation. Tennessee girl.
Yeah.
And which I don't know what we named that, but
the operation only 10 IC.
All right.
Yeah.
And so have I explained what happened on the podcast?
Just give a 25-second update.
So Dane knows this girl pretty well for like 5 years. And then Dane asks her out recently. She says yes, and then ghosts Dane for 3 weeks, and then says, let's talk. And then we talk, and then she's like, I'm just really busy, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know. And I was like, okay, like, well, you're going to have to let me know if you ever want to go out.
4,
and then
3.
She graduates school and
1,
then is like, oh, I'm done.
0.
And then I'm like, well, now seems a good time for us to go out. And then she just never says anything. And then now she's moving to Tennessee.
Okay. So the Operation 10 IC is not working well at the moment.
Yeah.
The only other response on this episode was 4 months ago. Joshua SCHMITZ put communism. Are we on the pod?
Are you done?
Oh.
Hello.
Hey.
It's me.
And me. Yep. You're on the Until Next Week podcast, episode 77.
Am I actually?
Yeah, you are.
You're live on the air.
Oh, cool.
I don't know what we were going to talk about.
Lindsay is going to tell us about some of her stories from school.
No, I was going to tell you to grind my gears.
Yes, that was what you didn't even listen, Dane. Man.
No, I always listen.
Okay, so what grinds your gears, Lindsay?
So, as you and the listeners may or may not know, the Men's College World Series is hosted in Omaha, Nebraska. And if you don't know what that is, it's just college baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And Daniel and I live in Omaha, Nebraska. Love that the College World Series is here. This is our third summer living here. Unfortunately, I have not been able to go up until this year. And so on Thursday, Daniel and I decided to buy tickets for Friday night's game with the University of Tennessee versus Florida State, which we are fans of Tennessee. So it's a perfect game. We got tickets for a really crazy good price. They were $55, maybe $57 a piece, which is super, super cheap for College World Series tickets. And what was crazy was that was the ticket price, and then they hit you with $50 in fees.
I hate that.
Yeah, but whatever, right?
Please?
We were still, yes.
Yes.
We were still willing to go. Really wanted to go, and so then the day of the game. So the game is at 6:00. At like 11 or 12, Daniel, and we bought the tickets on StubHub. Daniel gets an email from StubHub saying, "Hey, your seller actually canceled your tickets and sold them to somebody else."
What? How does that even work?
So if you buy tickets on StubHub and somebody is actually selling tickets they already possess, they can cancel it and sell it to somebody else to make more money. And so because it was the day of the game, people are desperate to go. Tennessee's the number 1 seed. They canceled them on us, sold them to somebody else. And the tickets we were offered instead were tickets where you have to stand the entire time.
That is horrible.
Standing room only.
Yes. So we were like, absolutely not. So we refunded. You could get a full refund. So we refunded the tickets. It's like $160 some. And then we ordered other tickets on Ticketmaster instead of StubHub because I'm now boycotting StubHub.
I would complain so hardcore to StubHub and make them give me a free credit in the future.
I don't think they care. And anyway, so we got tickets down the first base line for, I don't know, 60 some. Ended up being $170. So we got different tickets for only $10 more after all the fees. And we still ended up being able to go, and Tennessee won in the bottom of the 9th inning on a walk-off run. It was immaculate. That
is nice.
But it did really grind my gears that StubHub tried to ruin my life.
I honestly hate that. I know that if you buy the tickets through like a different marketplace, and if like you send them to somebody, then you always can recall them back, which can be a little dangerous. And I feel like it's the same situation with StubHub or whatever else, because you enter in the ticket info, but I guess technically you always can recall them back, which is so annoying.
Well, what's sketchy about StubHub is like, so like, let's say that I buy the tickets 3 days in advance of the game.
Mm-hmm.
They reserve the rights to not send you the tickets until hours before the game. Whereas if you buy them on Ticketmaster, you get the tickets right away, immediately after purchase.
Yeah.
So that felt a lot more safe. Plus, we bought insurance on the tickets because if you don't and something happens, you don't get a full refund.
That's annoying. That would grind my gears.
But insurance was only like $350 a ticket, so
honestly,
we were like, it's worth it.
We'll join the boycott. We'll boycott StubHub, and we'll use our platform on the Until Next Week podcast to cancel them.
I usually use
listeners.
Hey.
Hang up immediately, Dane. I usually use Ticketmaster. It is a little bit better than the StubHub, I think.
Yeah, and then I have a grinds my gears, not for myself, but what I assume Florida State would be feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I feel sad.
So the Tennessee's defense last night was just horrible.
Yeah.
And by like the end of the night, or by like the 8th inning, Florida State had scored 11 runs, and we were, they had like 5 runs on us like numerous times in the game, so it was pretty intense. And it did not appear that Tennessee was going to come back. Well, it's the bottom of the 9th. Tennessee's at bat. There's 2 outs and 2 strikes, and the first baseman was up to bat, and he literally, like, whenever you do like a check swing, but like sometimes you can swing too much to where it's a strike.
Yep.
He definitely did that, and the ump didn't call it, and if he would have, the game would have been over. And so all the Florida State fans were like, and it was understandably to where like even the Tennessee fans were like, yikes. And so the guy that was sitting next to us, he's like this old grandpa. He just couldn't handle it. He was screaming. He was like, "You f***ing suck, Blue. You suck." And he left the game. He left.
That's awesome.
And yeah, anyway, so it's still 2 outs, and this guy hits one to the outfield, and we score a run. So now it's it was.
Is all tied up?
No, it wasn't. I can't remember what it was.
I watched the 9th inning.
What happened, Dane?
It was like 9 or 10 to 11, and then the next guy hit, and we ended up winning the game, or tying the game. And then another guy came up, and we won the game, and it was the best thing that's ever happened. And I didn't stop jumping up and down for a very long time.
It's not what it looks like in Daniel's story. You looked unhappy.
No, he did that like way after the celebration, the immediate celebration. So it was great.
Man, you failed to mention how the Florida State player misplayed it off the wall and just kind of dropped it. I watched all the hits in the 9th inning on, I think it was not TikTok.
Yeah, at one point I asked Daniel, I was like, I'm pretty sure like somebody's paying to make this happen.
That's what you get in college baseball. The fundamentals are not always fun.
Yeah. Well, again, Tennessee just had made so many defensive errors. It was just embarrassing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even kidding. By the top of the 4th inning, we were on our like 4th or 5th pitcher.
That's rough.
College is different though.
Yeah, we pitched, I think, 7 different guys last night.
Yeah.
Well, because they were facing elimination, and I feel like you see that more. If one guy starts struggling a little bit, you don't stay with him. You go to your next guy and just hope they can get it done.
All hands on deck.
Oh,
yeah.
Lindsay, what's one of your guilty pleasure artists?
Taylor Swift.
That's not a guilty pleasure, Lindsay.
No, that works. It's okay. That works.
You told me I couldn't put that.
Not you, because we talk about it all the time.
Unbelievable.
I mean, if not Taylor Swift, gosh, I don't know. I really like Chris Rinsma.
No guilty pleasure, Lindsay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't really understand what that means.
It's someone that it's if you tell somebody that you enjoy this artist, you'd be kind of embarrassed to tell them. So it is a guilty pleasure. So like if you're a big Kanye West fan, I feel like that would probably be a guilty pleasure.
Oh, I low-key like E40.
Dang it.
Okay, that's good. That's a good guilty pleasure.
People don't know who E40 is.
He had a good song. If you know Lecrae, you would probably know E40. He had a song with him back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, fun fact.
E40's got wild music.
Not on the Lecrae song.
It's so catchy, though. That's the thing, is it's catchy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know the words. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Take it.
Well.
So I can just go on and on with segments on here if you want me to just stay on.
No, Lindsay, you have to go to bed.
I was just saying that to bother you guys.
We can wait until next week to discuss more with you.
What point are you at in the pod?
We are slightly over midway, but we're at 51 minutes, so we got to start picking up the pace.
Well, as long as Michael Fuller doesn't come on
no, we're good.
Start being like, that's so based. I can't stand it. And you know what? And Michael, I know you're listening right now, and I'm sick of you because I've never met you, and you ride this train that I suck, and I'm gassy, and I'm just like, what the heck, brother?
I don't know why I don't know why he breaks it up. I'm like, you really probably shouldn't be saying this. Like you can make the joke like say she's slow, but you don't need to get into the gassiness like that. You don't know her like that.
And then the worst part about it is that your guys' little reels you've been doing now.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say little to demean you. I couldn't keep describing it. But the reel that has him in it that's describing the airplane hacks is the one that has the most views. It irritates me.
It's only on Instagram though. He doesn't do good on TikTok. His Instagram does good because he has a lot of followers and a lot of people watch it who know him. But otherwise on TikTok, his clips have not done very well. But it is what it is.
He's too right-wing for TikTok.
Yeah, with all those airplane hacks. Right-wing.
Oh, yeah.
He's too communist.
Yeah,
Michael Fuller is a communist. But also, I mean, Lindsay, is it really bad if he's speaking facts about your gassiness?
Dude, I'm not gassy.
It's a little weird.
I just don't understand this.
It's a little weird.
And whenever the people, I forgot about this weeks ago because I just haven't had time to write in. When the people voted that I needed to be canceled, and now it's canceled Lindsay instead of canceled Jack. Are you kidding?
Honestly, we haven't brought that up in weeks. So,
but now that you mention it,
hashtag cancel Lindsay. But we went back to hashtag cancel Jack. So we kind of actually stopped a lot of those until you reminded us.
Yeah, but now cancel Lindsay. Yeah,
we could do a hashtag cancel Michael in the future.
Lindsay, tell us about your Instagram that you have for your cats.
So I have 2 cats named the Shmi and Millie, and they are icons.
Oh, we lost her.
You're so mean. You're so mean. You better send her a message back and be like, She called in and she was about to sleep.
Oh,
okay. Just answer really quick. Dane.
Sorry, we went through a tunnel.
He literally says like smiling, like I'm gonna click the cancel button. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it.
Why did you hang up on me? What did I do wrong?
Does that sound like me?
He just wanted you to go on some sort of spiel, and then he wanted to hang up on you. And I'm like,
as if I wasn't gonna notice.
You didn't notice.
Yes, I did.
She did call back.
We went through a tunnel.
It was pretty obvious.
Okay. Anyway, so I created. Well, I'm sorry. They wanted their own Instagram, and so as their parent, I made them one, and it's called the Shmee and Millie. But to be honest, I can't remember the password, so I don't think I've been on it.
Did they change it on you without you knowing? They took your phone again? Yeah, that's the worst.
I don't think I've been on it since, I don't know, like sometime in 2022 or something.
Yeah.
But I had been posting on it since like 2018.
Yeah.
So,
Lindsay,
it's got a lot of posts.
The tablets are telling us that you, or the tabloids, not tablets. The tabloids are telling us that you are a quote overfeeding mom because the Shmee is obese,
chunky.
Chunky.
She is. I won't even lie. She's fat, but she.
And she ugly.
But she has some personality.
Dang it.
That was for you, Jack.
Honestly, I was overfeeding them, but I wasn't aware that I was overfeeding them until I was talking to my vet about it. And so then I was like, okay, I just need to change the amount I feed them. Well, at that same appointment, the vet was talking about how she needed to like eat a certain food. She had a sensitive stomach in general. And so they wanted me to pay $40 for like a 3.5 pound bag of food. And I was like, absolutely not. So I did it one time, and then I just went back to their regular food, and I just started feeding them less. And the following year, she had lost, I don't know, a couple pounds, which wasn't enough, but I was like, she's fine.
Lindsay, how many times were you feeding these cats a day?
I feed them twice.
But how many were you feeding them?
Twice.
You were feeding them 3 meals a day.
No, I wasn't.
You told me that back in the day.
No,
you were like, I feed them breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
And we're going to go to part 2 of the episode next week.
Here's what's really important to know about Dane. Is that he makes up random details all the time.
Yeah.
And little pieces into stories that never happened. And then he tells everyone these stories.
You said that.
And it's infuriating because half of them aren't true, and then you're like, oh my gosh, how many people has he talked to that think this about me or whatever situation? And you're just like, I can't remember what someone said about you.
I think most people have caught on to the fact that he does not have any facts.
Not true.
They are mostly he is a big fiction book
exaggerator.
Yeah. We brought it up earlier that he has been lying about cancer this whole time.
That's so true.
That's not a surprise.
Yeah.
Michael, do you hear this? They're trying to cancel me, and they're using fake news to do it.
Did you put in your 2 weeks at work yet?
We just talked about that.
Oh, so your whole insurance thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's holding off for a little bit until he puts in his 2 weeks at Chuck E. Cheese's.
At Chuck E. Cheese.
Yes.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah.
Whatever, bro.
Where I work, because you can't slander your work on the podcast.
Yep, because that would grind my gears. But this is going to be a long episode, so
every episode that you have is long. They're like an hour and a half.
It was going to be shorter, and then it got long all of a sudden. Yeah. But do you have any final thoughts for us, Lindsay, before you go to sleep?
I'm not going to sleep.
Whatever, you're going to sleep.
I'm going to read my book. I'm reading a book about running, and it's by Dina Castor. She's one of the fastest American women of all time in distance running. And it's a memoir. It's called Let Your Mind Run, and it's a memoir of thinking her way to victory. It's pretty good. I'd recommend it.
Reading is for nerds.
I really enjoy reading, and you're illiterate. So.
See, she says I'm illiterate.
Do you know what illiterate means?
I can read.
You don't read very much.
I don't read.
You had to get extra help when we were little for reading because you were behind.
Just really quick, Dane. You say you can read, but I vividly remember a text message you received months ago.
Oh, no.
About someone. I'm not going to get into the details, but you're like, hey, this person doesn't want to go out with me. Look at this text they sent. And it literally said, I want to go out with you. Paraphrasing. I'm like, can you read? Can you read, Dane?
That, and he says like random words that don't mean what he's actually trying to say.
He thinks it sounds right, and he's confident enough, but it's just not right.
Lindsey, you're being very photosynthesis right now.
Oh man, see? I mean, but you just did that one on purpose.
But also, shout out to the girl who moved to Dubai.
Everybody knows who that is if you say that.
I'm just gonna, maybe we should just have a segment where we just detail like every member of Dane's previous love life.
Oh boy,
they are too many to count.
We'll just go by initials.
We got into it briefly because someone asked, "What operation are you on, Dane?" So then he had to go on to Operation 10 IC. And then it was funny because you called in and talked about Tennessee baseball. I thought it kind of connected.
Oh wow!
But as usual, Dane did not
that
hit.
Was so obvious.
Well, I was going to make a pun. Dane did not hit that one out of the park. Sorry, that was my pun.
Yeah. Dane, you just.
I pick real winners.
I don't know. Samuel, how was your week?
You'll hear about more of it on the podcast. Quick updates just to tell you, we got this really cool water machine at work. You'll hear about it more. I played volleyball with someone who will probably be on the pod in the future. Went to Silver Dollar City, and I played pickleball with Dane. We were bad, so we have to delete the pod now.
That's so true.
I actually the other day I thought of you guys. I was at Aldi, and they were selling pickleball paddles.
I bet you they weren't Friday pickleball paddles, so you can get 2 for $98 or 2 for $138 with the code Samuel14434.
Can you let me talk?
No.
Sorry, I had to do the promo.
They were $20 a piece.
Oh boy, I bet they break instantly.
They're probably pretty cheap paddles, but yeah, you can get. I think I did go to Aldi the other day as well and did see some pickleball gear, but it's not as high of quality.
Yeah, I was impressed because Aldi's always got good finds, but
yeah,
pickleball paddles. I was like, wow, that's a pretty up and coming. Well, it's already a popular thing, but in some areas it's up and coming.
Mm-hmm.
So,
ooh, guess what?
What?
In the West Wing at our church for the middle schoolers and high schoolers, we're putting a pickleball court in there.
Let's go.
Like a good use of money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not hard to put in a pickleball court. You just got to draw some lines and put in a net. Yeah,
or
it's
at least
really
a
cheap.
Place for nets.
Yeah.
And then also a basketball court.
You can't play on asphalt, can you?
No, this is going to be on concrete in that building.
Yeah.
Oh, inside the building.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like outside. I was like, that's kind of...
No, it's too
My
hot.
guess is they'll have one open area and they'll have some lines down. And if they need furniture there, they probably can put it there. And if not, then they can put the disposable net up. That's my guess.
Everything's going to be mobile probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, Lindsey, I think you would be really bad at pickleball.
I've played
and
a handful of times. I haven't played enough to give an accurate assessment, but the couple of times I've played, I need like a warm-up game, and then I get into it, and I get extremely competitive.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. Not like you, because you're psycho. But, I don't know, I feel like I can hold my own, but I don't think I play enough to be actually that good. And if I'm being honest, I don't really understand the rules.
Yeah, that's typical Lindsey
Dane
behavior.
does not either. So it's okay.
I actually just played Catan for the first time.
Fun game.
Dang it.
In the last
I'll
week.
trade you all my sheep for all your ore.
No,
Whoa.
brother. No, because you need 2 sheep and 3 ore to build a city.
Unless you're in a sheep port, and then you can trade them.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know what you guys are telling me.
Catan's awesome. I played a lot of it back in the day.
We played again tonight with our city group, and I'm getting better and better, but I used to look at that box as like hey, can I do my own manifesto really quick?
Dang it.
Yes, but whenever you see how long this episode is, you'll know it is because of you this time.
I don't. They'll be fine. They need some new content anyways.
Okay.
So, thank you for coming to episode 1 of Lindsey's manifesto. Aren't you going to do the noise?
I did. You just can't hear it. It's in our headphones.
It's in our headphones, yeah.
Disappointing. So, Catan is a game. The box looks so old and boring. And
it's a red
just
box with settlers on there.
You're just not going to be interested in it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, why would I want to play this when I could play Secret Hitler? Or
wow.
I almost played that last night.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever. And then you give it a try, despite the cover.
Mm-hmm.
And you actually find, wow, this game is really, really, Millie, what are you doing? This game is really, really fun.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like the saying that goes, don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah, I thought you were getting there.
Don't judge a game by its cover.
Lindsay, this is riveting.
This is good.
I've actually found that most games that look like they would suck are actually the really fun games. And the games that have a really like explosive cover, like Exploding Kittens, aren't actually that great.
Okay, Exploding Kittens is a very fun game. You just have to be with the right people.
Yeah, Exploding Kittens is a good game, but
great.
There's better games for sure.
I mean, yeah, there's always better games.
People always want to play Codenames. That's all right.
Codenames is overrated. It is not that great. We play that way too much at like random K-Life meetings. I'm like, it's not that good of a game.
It's the worst. It's not fun.
Because some people are just, I don't want to say they're dumb, but they're dumb. Sorry, no, they're not dumb. They're idiots. And they don't know how to play this.
Yeah, I feel like it can be kind of a maddening game.
Yeah, that is not that great of a game. I think it's very overrated.
Joshua clipped that part where he says they're not dumb, they're just idiots. I want that as my ringtone.
They're just idiots.
Yeah. Man. I don't know if hopefully I was staring at the camera enough for you to clip that well. But yeah, not a great game. It's so.
Lindsay, what do you think I'm doing wrong with women?
Last thought, then we'll hang up.
Where to start? I'll have to save that until next week.
Okay, there we go. And this has been Lindsey Reed of the Until Next Week podcast. Thank you for coming on.
You know what else I don't like that Michael does? when he says, stay based. What?
And on that note...
And fun for the whole
This
family.
has been a call with Lindsey Reed.
Goodbye, guys.
See ya.
Been real.
Peace. Stay based.
That was awful.
I thought it was going to be a quick clip. You said it was going to be a clip, grinds my gears, and 15 minutes later, you have her talking about her cats. Dane, you got to know when to stop.
Here's the thing.
You just kept asking. I'm like, no, we're trying to go kind of in a good pace.
That wasn't my fault.
It was.
I won't take responsibility.
It was. You kept on asking random questions.
I was trying to get her to more interesting stories.
She wanted to go grinds my gears. And they're like, how are your cats? That's so interesting. Oh, how is this?
No, I tried to get her to say an embarrassing detail about her cats. And then she told it in the most boring way.
Yeah.
And then she also she kept being like, and so.
Yeah. Well, we might have cut out some of that.
So, Lindsay, if you're listening.
You don't know what has been cut and what not has been cut.
So true.
But there were some things said that either would need to be bleeped or taken out completely.
We can just edit out some of it.
Okay, well, we're going to try to speed up some of this because it's going to be a very long episode now because of somebody. That is Dane.
Well, it depends. If we edit this out, it'll be less time.
It won't be much less. The other quick questions that we got on other episodes. Question was, what topic questions do you want us to discuss on the podcast? In episode 6, and Jack Holmgren says time. Oh, this isn't even good. He just said part of this one random episode did not age well. Okay. I don't know what it is. We'll get back to it. On episode 7, he said, bring back more singing on the podcast, please.
Who is this?
It's Jack. He's the one who's been going through all of them most recently. Episode 8, he said, Dane, I'm trying to be more toxic this year. Gets cancer later. Okay, that's not what I meant. Also, bring Abby Palmer back. Amazing guest.
See?
Okay.
Shout out to Abby.
Also, Joshua SCHMITZ said on that episode, Starbucks tastes burnt. Because it is.
Starbucks is disgusting.
You just don't like coffee, so you're not a good person to talk to here. On episode 9, Jack put, boy, do I miss earlier episodes like this when they were unfiltered and not afraid of getting canceled. We cut out a lot more back then than we do now, Jack. So
that's true. We almost don't cut out anything now.
Yeah, besides what we just cut out of Lindsay. Yeah. Episode 10, he put, I miss the days when Dane would cuss. There we go. Episode 11, he put Samuel's Kobe Bryant comment should be enough evidence to cancel him. No, because it's funny shooting your shot and sometimes crashing into a mountain.
Wow.
Episode 12, he put bring back AI in the episodes. We have at time, you just don't know what it is. Also, Joshua SCHMITZ said, love the AI start. We did some of those on the SCHMITZ Con show when AI was first starting out.
Interesting.
Got a few more of these. Episode 13, we put Jack was like time. Oh, wow. He just, again, said a time code, and he said the bromance is real. So if you want to look at his response in episode 13 and go to that time code, do it. And then we have two more. Episode 14, he put, bring back your idea to draft the worst world leaders in history.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Several U.S. presidents and others. And then finally, on the Caitlin Clark's Babysitter episode, number 15, Jack Holmgren put, I want to hear Dane's thoughts on Caitlin Clark and the WNBA. Well, it's his wife, so that's all you need to know.
I support her fully, and I think she's getting treated bad.
Yeah. So those were all of our Spotify responses from old episodes for the most part.
I love her. I said it.
If you want to go back to old episodes on Spotify, you can see the responses again. And for any of the time-stamped ones, you can click on those and see what Jack or Joshua was talking about. So now it is time. What do you think it's time for, Dane?
I don't know where we're going to go with this, so you go first.
It's time for our top 5 guilty pleasures music artist. Are you ready for this?
I have 5.
Okay, that's why I said it's time for our top 5 guilty pleasure music artist. This is the time of the episode where we give you our top 5 guilty pleasure music artists. Like I said, it's pretty self-explanatory. We both have a list. We're going to name them off. We'll go back and forth. We'll shoot them off just like, I don't know, they do on fireworks on the 4th of July. And Dane, who is your number 1 guilty pleasure music artist?
It's funny you should mention fireworks on the 4th of July.
Okay.
Katy Perry.
Oh, shout out to Katy Perry.
She's my number 1 for sure, but not fireworks.
Oh, nice.
Not Roar.
No.
But Teenage Dream.
That cover is not appropriate for this.
You think I'm pretty without any makeup on.
We got back to the singing for you, Jack, so I hope you're happy. My number 1 top guilty pleasure music artist is a collection of artists known by One Direction.
Ooh.
Yeah, they had some solid hits back in the day. They need to go back on a reunion tour because Kiss You, classic song. I played that a lot back in high school. Drive to swim practice in the morning, have that blare, and I'm like, you guys know how to sing.
I would listen to More Than This.
What else would you listen to?
There was another one that had a death grip on me. It was sad as well.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
You don't know You're Beautiful?
No, it wasn't that one. It was a sad one.
It's all good.
I did listen to that one too, but not nearly as much as I listened to these other ones.
Okay, well, as you're looking for some other artists, I'll tell you about my next top guilty pleasure music artist, and that is the one, the only, the Justin Bieber. Yes, Justin Bieber is a top guilty pleasure music artist.
Still My Girl.
Yeah, that one was also good, but that was One Direction.
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, good from the start. You can't beat Baby. Because if you do, you'll get arrested.
I hate that song.
Yeah.
I hate it so much. It was never good.
No, it was good.
It's still burnt to the
ground. Usher came on and did his rap. I'm like,
Usher.
Let's go. Usher and Justin Bieber hanging out when Bieber's 13. It can't be beat.
That's kind of weird.
It kind of is, but it worked out mostly for Justin. We'll see.
He made a lot of money.
Yeah. What else? Who's your next top guilty pleasure music artist, Dane?
Kool and the Gang.
Why is that guilty pleasure?
Because when it's
Celebration is a classic song. One. It's a classic song though.
Sure.
Okay. Why?
Get Down on It is my going out song.
That's so good.
As soon as I'm like, I'm going to the function, I'm just like, get down on it. Come on, man, get down on it. If you really want it, get down. You gotta feel it. Get down on it. Get your back up off the wall. Dance.
And what's your next guilty pleasure music artist, Dane? Number 3 for you.
Thank you for asking. You mentioned this artist just a moment ago.
And it is?
Literally any 2000s R&B. Including...
Name one artist.
Usher.
Okay. Usher's a guilty pleasure?
I love Usher.
I don't think it's that guilty
Chris
of a pleasure.
Brown.
Not a guilty pleasure.
And Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men works a little bit more.
Yeah. I love Color of Love by Boyz II Men. I like... Hold on.
Yeah.
I'll Make Love to You.
And this has been episode 77 of the Until Next Week podcast.
Imagine Dane driving and then I'm just screaming that song. I'll make love to you like you want me to.
You know what's weird? A lot of those songs, I think they could be sang as worship songs in a way.
I mean, I would love them as part of our worship team. Oh, not the songs, but like if Boyz II Men was on our worship team.
Okay.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I'd be crying every Sunday.
Yeah.
I already am. But also Chris Brown, Say Goodbye. Are you kidding me?
Mm-hmm.
Should Have Kissed You. Mm-hmm. Then Usher, You Got It Bad, and Burn. Oh man. Shawty Fire Burn on the dance floor.
Okay, that's not early 2000s. But next one for me is Connor Price. You probably don't know who that is. Yes, Connor Price. He has made, I feel like he's really big on TikTok maybe nowadays. He did this thing for several months where he would release a song where he picked a random artist from around the world and they would collab on a song. And it's kind of got like a, I don't even know, like a pop kind of rap vibe to him.
Pop-ity.
Very, very solid. He did this one song with this artist from like India who you don't even know a word this other guy is saying, but he has a flow. He's like 16 years old and he kills it on that song. I got to look it up now. I'm going blank.
Dang it.
I know. I should with how good the song is, I probably should know what it is off the top of my head.
Off the dome.
But the song is called, wait for it.
It's called Wait for It?
It's called Trendsetter.
Oh.
It is very solid, to say the least. But yeah, he's got a good vibe. He also did a collab with Forrest Frank, another very solid artist. If you're a young adult, probably in the Christian sphere, you know who Forrest Frank is. And therefore, you probably do know who Connor Price is because they did a song called Up together. So that's another guilty pleasure music artist of mine. And for number 4 for me, another in the Christian sphere is Wanda.
Who?
Wanda.
I don't know.
I thought you were going to say who again.
And Cosmo?
Not Cosmo, just Wanda. Wanda is on Lecrae's Reach Records label, and she's like a Christian rapper, quote unquote. And
so are we.
She's got some vibes. She's got some flow to her, and I kind of feel like bobbing my head like in the car, like I feel kind of cool.
You're
like,
the whitest person I know.
Yeah, I am. But Wanda has some solid hits, and I highly recommend her. So check her out if you want a guilty pleasure music artist like me.
Guilty.
What about you, Dane? What are your final 2?
The first one, if you were in the country music listening sphere.
George Strait.
No.
Guilty pleasure music artist.
He's goated.
Luke Combs.
No, also
Morgan
goated.
Whalen.
He's okay. It's a yellow flag to be like, if your number one favorite artist is not Luke Combs, is Morgan Whalen.
Keith Urban.
That's almost a red flag.
Miranda Lambert, Carrie Underwood. Who is it, Dane?
It's not them. Sam Hunt.
He's not country.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he isn't?
Wait, what would you say he is?
Oh, Sam Hunt. I'm thinking of somebody else. Okay, yeah.
So Sam Hunt, like if somebody else told me their favorite singer was Sam Hunt, I'd be like, dude, that's like an orange flag. It's more than a yellow flag, but less than a red flag. And I'm just like, no, that can't be your favorite country singer. He's barely country. Mm-hmm. But I'm an enthusiast of his songs.
Really?
Because I'm just like, yeah, super relatable, dude. I just want to take your time.
When you say Sam Hunt, I thought you were talking about Sam Smith.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's where I was confused. I'm like, he is not country.
Yeah, that's not country.
Whatsoever. Number 5, who's the last on your list of guilty pleasure music artist?
Pink.
That's a guilty pleasure.
Specifically, Just Give Me a Reason.
That is a guilty pleasure music artist if I've ever heard one there,
Just
Dane.
give me a reason, just a little bit enough. Just a second, we're not broken, just bent, and we can learn to love again.
I thought I was at a concert for Pink right there. That was so good.
Imagine worshiping next to me every Sunday.
That'd be so good. Luckily, the band is loud, so we don't have to hear all of that.
Turn them up a little bit tomorrow.
They won't hear this. My final top guilty pleasure music artist is, drumroll please,
Little Drummer Boy.
Billie Eilish.
Dang it, it's not her.
Yeah. No, she is a guilty pleasure music artist. Back in the day, especially, when I say she's a guilty pleasure music artist, it's mainly because of her song Bad Guy.
Dang it.
And it is a bop. Back in the day, I would twerk to that like nobody's business.
Bad Guy, get
it is
with your
nobody's
dad guy.
business for obvious reasons, because why am I out here twerking?
Didn't she talk about getting with like 70-year-old men in that song?
It's got a good beat. I don't know exactly. And it's a guilty pleasure music artist. So just don't question it. And she also did a version of Bad Guy with Justin Bieber. So that's also good. But she's got some good beats. One other song that she has, I don't know if you know about it, is she has one like about The Office.
Nope.
Because she's such a big Office fan. It has like little clips of like The Office in the song itself. And I would
listen to that maybe.
You should check it out. It's solid.
I mean, I despise Billie Eilish personally, but I would listen to that song.
Yeah.
Once.
It is called, sorry, I had to look it up. It's called My Strange Addiction.
I might skip it now.
You need to check it out because it is pretty funny.
That was a TV show.
You need to check it out. It is very solid.
Unbelievable.
My guilty pleasure music artists are the Jonas Brothers.
Oh, no.
And Taylor Swift.
You said we couldn't put Taylor Swift.
It is an honorable mention.
Unbelievable.
So there we go. It was an honorable mention in a dishonorable fashion. And all you already know about Taylor Swift, so it's not really that guilty of a pleasure. But Jonas Brothers are a guilty pleasure, especially when they brought out some of their new stuff.
Dang it.
Pretty solid.
No.
Also, Year 3000. Back in the day, we would play that at camp, and we would belt it.
Yes,
what's the line where it's like, and your great granddaughter. Whenever they say that, I always would yell out, like, how's she doing? And everybody's like, she's doing fine. I'm like, let's go.
Doing fine.
I would do that at camp all the time. And people would follow along, and I'm like, I'm being an influencer.
Dang it.
Let's go. What
As
about
we
you?
are now.
You got any honorable mentions?
Yeah, Pitbull.
Okay.
Specifically,
I might go see
International Love.
him. I might go see him. He's doing a concert with T-Pain at that
T-Pain
arena,
for sure, too.
like in Branson.
T-Pain's another honorable mention too.
Yeah. You should. We should go to the concert together.
I can't tell if I'd love or hate that.
It would be. We have to be pretty far back though, because his back-up dancers
are strippers.
Don't wear a lot of clothing, so if we're far enough back, they'll just look like little ants. So it'll be okay.
Then why do we even go?
Because we want to hear him yell "Timber is going down."
No, if he plays that song, I'm leaving. That reminds me of another one.
Why?
Kesha.
It's with Kesha, not Katy Perry.
But no, I love Kesha.
Mm-hmm.
Tick-tock on the clock.
That's my... Oh, wait, no, that's a different song.
No. Your love is my drug.
Mm-hmm.
Your love, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, well, that was it. Those were our top 5 guilty pleasure music artists with honorable mentions. So we hope you enjoyed that. Our next segment is Call Lindsey. Wait, we already did that. It was half the podcast.
Freaking Lindsey.
But you know what time it is? Because Lindsey did have a manifesto, but Dane also has a manifesto, part 17.
Welcome. As I mentioned earlier,
if you're driving, pull over.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's time for Dane's manifesto.
If you're walking, sit down. If you're driving, pull over, because it's time for Dane's manifesto.
We're back.
I said that backwards.
It doesn't matter. We're back with the Dane. So Dane, what is your manifesto this week?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So the first part of this manifesto is a callback to earlier in the podcast whenever I mentioned the insurance
fraud
finagling that's going on.
that.
But also fraud. And no, it's not fraud. But my dad being like, Dane, this is too much of a big risk. I don't know if you can do this. Screw that. Like, go for it, man. You're not the first person to have your particular problem in life.
If you can't get covered with insurance for changing jobs for cancer, don't worry about it.
Yeah. Are you telling me I'm the only person in the history of ever who's tried to change jobs while having cancer?
Yeah.
Guarantee you I'm not.
Don't ask questions. Just do it.
And so they probably figured it out, which means there's a way to figure it out. We just need to figure that out.
Yeah, so figure it out, guys.
Yeah.
And girls.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of being a dude is like growing up and you just have to figure things out.
Yeah.
That's what
So I'm guessing this week on your manifesto, it is figure things out.
Yeah, figuring it out, which also includes
reading
the ginger meetings.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going
because
with that.
We're going for world domination. Because redheads will rule the world again. We will rise again.
Have you ever seen Minions or Despicable Me?
I mean, I've seen Despicable Me.
Pretty much the same idea. I picture all the little minions. Those are all the redheads in the world. And then your leader is Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
What?
Some bald guy that's intimidating.
No. They have to be redheaded.
Not in this scenario.
No. Ed Sheeran is supposed to be coming.
Is Gru in Despicable Me, is he a minion? No. So it can be someone, it can be a superior human.
The Rock didn't make gingers.
I will be your leader.
No, you didn't make gingers either.
You heard it here first. I'm the leader of the gingers.
No, Samuel's drunk.
I had sweet tea and coffee.
Sweet tea, pecan pie, and homemade wine.
Well,
where the peaches grow.
This has been part 17 of Dane's manifesto. It was our best one yet.
I liked it.
Getting back to some Spotify Q&A responses, I already read off several from past episodes, but we also had one for this episode. By this episode, I mean last week's episode. And it was a good one because I asked, what's your favorite Bible verse? Because we did do the Bible verse draft. Shout out you, Joshua SCHMITZ of the MANWAGON podcast. So we don't have time to read off all of these verses, but we do have time to read what the references are. So Jack Holmgren, of course, is back out here. He said 1 Samuel 18:27, New King James Version, 1 Kings 19:5, ESV, Genesis 36:24, ESV, and Exodus 4:25, ESV. Do you want to look up one of those? We don't need to look up them all.
Give me one of them again.
Let's just go 1 Samuel 18:27, just so you can get a vibe of all these verses that Jack is sending us.
Yeah, of course you'd pick 1 Samuel.
I mean, it was the first one he put, but you have to do New King James Version.
1 Samuel 18:25.
1 Samuel 18:27.
18:27.
Okay, because I'm sure all these are probably very inspirational verses, life verses for the Jack Holmgren. And I'm sure he wouldn't send us in anything crazy. And again, there would be nothing crazy, especially in Genesis or Exodus or 1 Kings or 1 Samuel. So 1 Samuel 18:27, New King James Version. Let's just get a little taste, a little sample of what Jack is sending us.
Therefore, David arose and went, he and his men, and killed 200 men of the Philistines. And David brought back their foreskins.
Yep. There we go.
And they gave them in full account to the king, that he might become the king's son-in-law. Then Saul gave him Michal and his daughter as a wife.
1 Samuel 18:27. Life verse for you all out there. Lauren jumped in these for once, and she put Psalm 23. So we know that one's fine. But Nathan, go to the Song of Solomon really quick.
Oh, no.
Nathan put Song of Solomon 4:5, and he put hashtag getting married this weekend. Actually, we're not going to read that one.
Wait, who's getting married this weekend?
We're not going to read that one. You can look it up if you want, but you can make your guesses. Nathan is getting married, and he put Song of Solomon 4:5, and he put hashtag getting married this weekend.
If you want to,
stop. Look up Luke 9:23. Luke 9:23. Joshua SCHMITZ put that one.
Twins like
Luke 9:23. Stop. Luke 9:23. While you're looking up Luke 9:23, Ali Hoopy came with, I lift up my eyes to the hills. From where does my help come? My help comes from the Lord who made heaven and earth. That's Psalm 121, 1-2, ESV. Yeah. Thank you, Ali, for a serious response.
And including it.
Angela Birdwell put 2 Timothy 4:7. I believe that's another solid one. And then Alvaro came with Galatians 2:20, which is what I had as one of my verses for the draft last week. So Luke 9:23, what is it from Joshua?
Therefore he said to them all, if anyone desires to come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me.
Okay, that's a good one to end on where we read it out, because that is another real life verse. Nathan and Jack, you got to check your heart a little bit, because you're on the Dane train.
Hey, that's biblical.
For verses
all
of the
what
week.
You said is biblical.
I mean, it is, but yeah, okay. We followed that up with, did Dane's Bible verse pick surprise you? And the responses were, yes, he was wild, or no, where's Deuteronomy 25:11-12? 85.7% of you put, no, they did not surprise you. And then I put, where's Deuteronomy 25:11-12? Do you want to read off Deuteronomy 25:11-12?
I got this.
Because I believe when I put this response in, I'm like, this seems like a verse that Dane would choose in these scenarios.
25:11-12?
Yeah, I don't remember what it was, but I feel like it would have been one of your picks if you would have thought of it.
If two men fought together and the wife of one draws near to rescue her husband from the hand of the one attacking him and puts out her hand and seizes him by the genitals, then you shall cut her hand off. Your eye shall not pity her.
And that's one of the ones I thought Dane might pick. So sorry for the unseriousness, but that's
biblical.
Dane's Bible verses did not surprise you.
That's biblical.
Yep. Okay, well, I think it's that time of the week that we're going to get to some sponsors of the week. And we're on the Bible verse train because Jesus Christ of Nazareth is our number one sponsor of the week. And I heard you have a verse. Is it maybe Psalm 20, verse 7? Does that sound biblical to you?
Sure is.
Hey, read that off here, Dane.
So, some trust in chariots and some in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. They collapse and fall, but we rise and stand upright. O Lord, save the king. May he answer us when we call. And so I kind of was thinking about this week, just like, man, like like I played out the worst possible scenario of like where this kind of insurance stuff goes. Cause if they don't cover previous illnesses and stuff, then maybe I can't work for my church or our church. And then I'm just like, man, I've been trying to get into ministry for 2 years. I finally get told, yes, I raise like enough funds in order to come on staff, and then just get told no potentially because of something that's super out of my control. Like, I think of all the things that have like denied me going into ministry so far. Like, I got told no because I don't have a college degree. I got told no because I don't have enough experience. And now I'd be getting told no because I'm too sick.
Sounds like the devil's working.
I'm like, oh my goodness, man. Like, that's crazy. Like, a lot of these things are just like seemingly dumb reasons. And so I don't know, the experience thing I thought was valid, but it was still just like, man, like, it's not really like a, hey, you suck kind of thing. Like, we just don't want you here. It's you're just not enough of this. You're not enough of that.
Yeah.
And I don't know. That's just a lot. And so then when I read that verse here in Psalm 20, verse 7, some trust in chariots and in horses, but we trust in the name of the Lord our God. And so I'm like, man, what am I putting my trust in? Am I putting it in like the hope of getting this job? So then like I end up liking this job and liking what I do as an occupation? Or am I putting my trust in the Lord in the fact that, you know what, no matter what happens, even if I seemingly see it as bad, like it's going to be just ultimately for his good. Like when he says, he's worked together all things for good to those who love him. What that means is not that what we deem as good, it's what God deems as good. And so what is good for us is actually honoring God. And even if I end up not getting this, it's like, man, okay, I know no matter what, I'm going to praise the Lord. And it's like, it's a perspective shift at the end of the day. Because I mean, I'm living, I'm breathing. We get to do this podcast for fun. And it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
I really got it good.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you for that.
That's what I'd be thinking.
Number 2 sponsor of the week, Jake Trusts in Art. You have any updates on Jake Trusts in Art or no?
Yeah, he thinks moon landing is fake.
He also said he was going to show up to our pickleball tournament. Yeah, he didn't.
He said he was going to come to the pickleball tournament? Oh, he said he was going to come watch.
Did you not read the text he sends both of us?
What was I doing during that? I was on the phone with Lindsey.
You weren't reading. Oh, and Lindsey did say you don't know how to read. So that goes back to the reading the text that he wanted to show up, but he didn't. True. But also would have probably cost him $5.
Yeah, and we're not.
Don't pay $5 to watch us play.
Maybe he'll play with me in the tournament next week.
You better go intermediate.
Well, so secretly, I was gonna ask Maddie to play with me. We're gonna play intermediate and win.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
That was my plan.
They can't hear us on here for whispering.
But then you said that she's going to camp.
Yeah, she is.
That's tough.
Okay.
All right.
Final sponsor of the week is Katy Ledecky.
Oh,
yes, if you're following the Olympians,
she's a
Olympics.
baddie.
Yeah. What? I don't know if I really heard what you said.
I said she's a baddie.
Oh gosh, that was weird. The Olympics are coming up this year, and Katy Ledecky is swimming in the Olympic trials, which just started today when we're recording, and she is now the first female U.S. Olympian to make 4 consecutive Olympics since 2004. Because she did qualify for today in the 400 freestyle, and then she has some more races later in the week. And by the time the Olympics comes around, she could go down as one of the, if not the greatest potentially women's athlete of all time, because she has a good chance to break the all-time medals record and so many other items as well.
Better than Serena?
Yes. Wait, if you look at dominance in a sport, there's more dominance from Katy Ledecky in her sport than there is from Serena in hers. Just facts.
And we said women's.
Yeah, she has not lost, I believe, one of her races in over 12 years.
Pretty good.
So she is the most dominant, at least distance swimmer, probably of all time.
Serena was a cheater too, so.
Yeah, Katy Ledecky is not. She's just very, very, very fast. So shout out to her. Shout out to all the other future Olympians that will make the team here in the next few days. And yeah, we'll be excited to dig into some more Olympic talk.
It's kind of wild how
in the future.
The Olympics is every 4 years, right? And so it's
except the last one was 3 years ago.
So the Olympics is every 4 years.
Yep.
And it's just wild. You have to continually be in your prime if you want to do multiple Olympics for, you said since 2004.
This is the first time since 2004 that a female U.S. Olympic athlete has made 4 consecutive Olympics, which means it's a 12-year run, because it would have been 2012, 2016, 2021, because 2020 did not happen.
Lame.
And then 2024.
That's still crazy.
Yeah, because her first Olympics, she was 15. And now she is like 27. She's literally like our age.
She's our age?
And she has made 4 consecutive Olympics.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh, to be
yeah, it is pretty crazy because we're over here doing this and she's doing that.
Hey, this is better on our bodies.
Katie, is it then working out all the time and training?
We work out.
She's very healthy. She has some wide shoulders.
I had a Mountain Dew tonight.
And we talked about that earlier, the Baja Blast. Do you have any final thoughts? No, you don't?
I am having a Baja Blast.
There we go. Final closing thoughts. We mentioned earlier Friday Pickleball. If you want 2 pickleball paddles for either $98 for the base model or 2 for $138 for the high profile model from Friday Pickleball, you can use my code Samuel14434. Get some very solid pickleball paddles at a very solid price. Also, Dane's ministry support. He is still trying to raise the 100% of the funds. Even though we don't know exactly what's going to happen, it most likely will go through. And if need be, if he has to raise more money for insurance, this will go towards that as well.
And give more money.
So please keep supporting Dane. And also please just keep telling your friends if you enjoy this podcast, rate us 5 stars, leave voice memos, follow us on Instagram and TikTok. And then more now than ever, maybe keep Dane in your prayers, not only to keep healing his body, but also help all this ministry stuff to go smoothly.
Stop the sabotage.
Yeah. And yeah, so yeah, keep him please in your prayers. Keep myself, I guess, in your prayers too. That'd be cool. I like prayer. And yeah, this is episode 77 of the Until Next Week podcast. Longest one ever.
The headphones make my ears warm.
He put his headphones on top of his head. Looks kind of weird. This won't be in the clip, so you have no context. But episode 77 of the Until Next Week podcast, we'll be seeing you.